Hello everyone. In our previous video tutorial, we managed to get our droplet up and running, and we are now able to query it via its IP address and the port 8080, which is where our Node.js app is running. Now let's try to improve this, and rather than using the IP address, let's try to use a domain name. In order to do that, let's go to Terraform again. So Terraform provides a resource for us to be able to create a domain on DigitalOcean. The parameters are the name, which is required, it's the domain name, and the IP address, which would be an initial A record for the domain. We're just going to skip the first part, and what we're going to do is create the domain. Let's do that. So let's say domain, and the name would be simplecoding.co.uk, but of course this would be whatever your domain name is. So let's get used to this again. Terraform plan should say that there is something new to create, which is a domain. Let's see if that's true. Yep, sounds good. Let's say yes whenever it's ready. And that should create us the domain. If we actually go to DigitalOcean, to the domains section, networking domains, seems like it's already created. Perfect. So now what we need to do is, and this needs to be manual, manually change the name servers on Google Domains or whatever provider you have to the ones from DigitalOcean. So rather than using the Google domain name servers, we use custom name servers, which will be NS1, NS2, sorry, I'm going to do it the right way, NS2, NS2, and NS3.digitalocean.com. So the changes have been done. They will take effect in the next 48 hours. And of course, that's very much possible. But we're going to do our job and we're going to complete it. So once we have the domain, now there is another resource, which is DigitalOcean Record, which is what we really need, right? So what we need is exactly this, an A record, correct? An A record is the one that points to an IP address. So we're going to do main, for example. I don't know how to name it. We're going to use DigitalOcean domain.name, an A record, which would be the default. I think we can use okay, so the name has to be @ for records on the domain name itself, and the value would be the IP address of our DigitalOcean droplet. That would be DigitalOcean droplet web. We don't know exactly what can we use for that, so let's just droplet. And we'll see that the argument reference is whatever, and the attribute reference, which is the outputs, is the ID, URN, whatever, and IPv4 address, which is what we're looking at right now, what we're looking for. So because this is created, I mean, Terraform doesn't have any problem with this, right? Terraform will check your dependencies and will execute first the creation of the droplet and then the domain. But I like to have it in order, so I'm just going to move this at the bottom. We create the droplet, we create the domain, then we assign the domain to the droplet. And what we're going to do is Terraform format, perfect, and then let's get used to the plan again. Let's see if plan and apply work. And what we're going to do is we're going to check how it's going by looking and refreshing here. It says that it's going to create a new record, which sounds about right. So I'm going to apply the change. I'll have to say yes. And I'm going to refresh here, and we should see something here There you go. Simple coding co-UK directs to the IP address of our droplet. So now I should be able to do 8080. There you go. So now we have a domain name assigned using Terraform, and everything should be working fine.